Hi guys and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are making something simple, fresh and honestly perfect with a cup of coffee or tea, lemon poppy seed scones. This is one of those recipes that feels a little special, but it's actually very easy to make at home. I love baking this when I want something cozy but still light. The lemon makes them feel bright and refreshing, and the texture is just perfect. Soft on the inside with a slightly crunchy golden outside. And we're going to finish them with a simple lemon glaze that adds that right amount of sweetness and makes everything come together. So let's get started. First, let's prepare our dry ingredients. In a large bowl, add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, a quarter teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Give this a quick mix so everything is evenly combined. Next, add 1 tablespoon of poppy seeds and mix everything well. Then add the fresh zest of 1 lemon. Mix it in as well. This is where that fresh lemon flavor really starts to come through. Now let's add the butter. I'm using half a cup of very cold butter. I actually freeze it before starting. Instead of cutting it, I like to grate it directly into the flour. While I'm grating, I lightly coat the butter with the flour so it doesn't stick together. So you can also use a pastry cutter, a fork, or your hands, whatever works best for you. Just try to work quickly so the butter stays cold. At the end, gently mix everything with your hands until the texture looks like a coarse crumbs, with a few small pieces of butter still visible. Then add half a cup of heavy cream and a quarter teaspoon of vanilla extract, and gently mix everything together. Mix just until the dough comes together. Then transfer it onto your work surface and start bringing it together with your hands. At first it might look a little rough or slightly crumbly, but keep working it gently and it will form a soft dough. Once the dough is ready, we are going to fold it a few times to create those soft layers. Lightly flatten the dough on your work surface. Then fold the right side toward the center and cover it with the left side, just like folding a letter. Flatten it again slightly. Now bring the bottom up toward the center and fold the top over it. Flatten it one more time and repeat the same process. Fold the one side toward the center, cover it with the other side, then fold the bottom up and the top over. This creates a nicely layered dough which will give us the tender flaky texture. Lightly sprinkle it with a bit of flour, then shape it into a nice even circle, like a thick disc. You can use a rolling pin if you want a smoother surface, but try not to press too hard. Just keep it even all around. From here we are ready to cut our scones. I'm going to cut the dough into triangles just like a pizza. Try to keep them about the same size so they bake evenly. I'm cutting mine into 8 pieces. You can actually bake them as a full circle so they keep their shape, or you can separate them and place them individually on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. That's what I'm going to do. Carefully transfer the scones onto the baking sheet, leaving a little space between each one. Next, brush the tops with a little bit of heavy cream. This helps them get that beautiful color in the oven. If your kitchen is warm, I recommend placing the tray in the fridge for about 10 to 30 minutes. This helps keep the butter cold and gives you a better texture after baking. Then bake the scones at 330 degrees Fahrenheit for about 18 to 20 minutes until the tops are golden. Once they are done, take them out of the oven. You will see they are nicely golden, especially on the bottom. Transfer them to a rack and let them cool. You can enjoy them as they are, or let them cool slightly and then finish them with a lemon glaze, which is what we are going to do next. Now let's make the lemon glaze. In a small bowl, add 1¼ cups of powdered sugar, a quarter teaspoon of vanilla extract, and about 1½ tablespoon of liquid, a mix of lemon juice and water. Start mixing and then add a little more lemon juice as needed until you reach the right consistency. Just mix well after each addition. If the glaze feels too thick, add a little more liquid. If it's too thin, add a bit more powdered sugar. You are looking for a consistency that can drizzle easily over the scones. Once the scones have cooled slightly, drizzle the glaze over the top. You can do a light drizzle or add a little more. It's completely up to you. The glaze will set as it dries, so it won't stay sticky, but you can absolutely enjoy the scones right away. And that's it. These lemon poppy seed scones are soft, buttery, and perfectly balanced with that fresh lemon flavor and just the right amount of sweetness from the glaze. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really supports me and helps me creating more recipes for you, and I will see you in the next video.